The following lecture introduces an awesome concept called the time management matrix from Covey. And Covey had this brilliant insight in realizing that when you do a task, you can actually classify it in 4 different buckets. And he said, well, some tasks are important, he realized that, and some are not important. And some of them are urgent, and some of them are not urgent. And by giving it this kind of category, this classification in 4 buckets, he could classify all these different projects, all these different tasks. And if you look at the bottom 2, those are not important, urgent or not urgent. He said, well, distractions and some mails, some calls might be not important but urgent. And some social media, trivial costs, not just tasks, time wasters, escapes, even Netflix, time to time, is not important and not urgent, really. And on the top you see on the left in orange are important urgent tasks. These are, for example, hospital visit, crisis, emergency, deadlines, examinations, pressing problems, certain calls. And that's fine and well. And on the right, you can see important, not urgent tasks. So they're not urgent yet, but still they're important. For example, sport, self-care, planning, relaxation, regular study. And the major thing you need to pay attention to, these important, not urgent tasks can become important, urgent. So there is this risk that some of these tasks flip over to the other side. So what he also realized that if you have these tasks on the bottom which are not important, urgent or not urgent, you can avoid these tasks. You can even dump them or limit it or delegate it to someone else if possible. These are those that are not important, urgent, are not urgent. It's things to avoid. On the top though, important ones, urgent and not urgent. If it's urgent, you have no choice. You have to do it straight away. While if it's important, not urgent, that is the importance to focus on. Because as you know, if it flips over to the other side, it becomes important, urgent, then it becomes like firefighting. And firefighting is this stressful mode of being involved with all these tasks and dealing with it. So it takes a lot of energy. And being constantly in a firefighting mode, it's not the place you want to be. What you want to be though, is in the spot of focusing on those tasks that are important, not urgent. And that is the major, let's say, recommendation from Covey's description, that it's really, really critical to stay on the top right here, to deal with the important, not urgent tasks and to focus on them because they become really, really critical. And it's a time saver in the end. So his greatest contribution is by realizing that, well, not only the 4 buckets, but also to focus, help us focus, or to make us aware that we need to focus on the tasks that are important and not urgent. It's just like studying, it's just like a regular study. So if you want to go deeper in this, he wrote this really great bestseller. I can highly recommend, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It is a brilliant description of how he came to the method and how to apply it and other things as well. So he describes 7 habits. If you want to dive deeper into that, if that's one of your focus areas or desired areas, really have a look into that. That's really highly recommended. So that covers Covey's time management matrix. Be aware of where you are in your task to do and in your life, and try to classify them in the 4 buckets because it will give you a good understanding of where you are in your life and in your studies.